The other night I was reading Goodnight Punpun, and I remember thinking, sure, this might be a masterpiece, but what if the main girl was tan-skinned, had blonde hair, and the story was a rom-com? Hi, my name's Akame ga Kill is criminally overrated, and I'm addicted to Gyaru romance manga. My addiction began in 8th grade when a show called Hajime no Gal came out. I caught a glimpse of the cover art on my anime list and thought, yep, this is exactly what I've been looking for. Fast forward 5 minutes and some post-nut clarity into the first episode. This shit is ass. So I dropped the show and never touched Gyaru-themed anime or manga again. That is, until Dress Up Darling came out. Dress Up Darling was my gateway drug into Gyaru romance animanga. And I know what you're thinking, have you seen what Gyarus look like in real life? Shut the fuck up, don't you dare ruin this for me. Dress Up Darling was about a rather shy, bland-looking, run-of-the-mill nice guy who becomes close friends with... Let me restart. Every single Gyaru rom-com is about a shy, bland-looking, run-of-the-mill nice guy who attracts the attention of a loud-mouthed Gyaru who eventually falls in love with him, but he doesn't realize because he's kinda stupid. And I'm not joking, it's every single one. Am I tired of it? Hell no. The tropes in each of these mangas are nearly identical, but the little differences are what keep bringing me back. And when I say I have an addiction, I mean it. I don't just read a bit here and there and pick out the good ones. I consume Gyaru romance manga. This is some of the shit I've read in the past month. No, not you. Shoo, get out of here. I'll read it all. Popular, highly regarded manga, sketchy one-shots, everything. Anyways, I'll get to it. Since I'm a Gyaru fiction connoisseur, I'm the most qualified man on the planet to make this list. These are my top 5 best romance Gyaru manga out right now. Please Go Home, Akutsu-San is about a shy high school student who has a hot delinquent classmate who always crashes in his apartment after school because he lives alone. The chapters are short and the manga definitely doesn't focus on character development, but rather on individual bits and sketches. Their dynamic is the classic delinquent girl teases bashful boy, but sometimes bashful boy does things that unknowingly make delinquent girl's heart flutter. It's definitely the weakest story on the list, but if you like that ecchi, gag, rom-com kind of feel, check it out. Rough Sketch Senpai features a really talented male artist and his female model. The dynamic is pretty unique in this manga. The girl kinda has a drawing kink where being drawn in particular by the male lead kind of turns her on, but despite her feelings and embarrassments around the male lead, he's just obsessed with his drawing. He frequently compliments her beauty and casually mentions how he loves to draw her, which makes her fall even harder for him, when there are no signs that the male lead is slightly interested in her. It's the most ecchi out of the entire list, so be warned there are some not safe for work panels, but it's a super quick, unique, and artsy feeling read with 25 chapters and a fun story. Now that we're in the top 3, I'd say that I feel all 3 of the remaining manga are good. And even if you're not into the ecchi Gyaru trope, if you like romance manga, you'll probably like these as well. Yancha Gal no Anjou-San goes back to the classic delinquent girl teases quiet smart boy trope, but it's done to perfection. Again, in this specific genre, you're never going to give points for originality, but rather how well they do one of the few blueprint tropes, and Yancha Gal does it really well. The main girl Anjo is brash, suggestive, and shameless, and the main boy Seto is completely clueless, to the point her obvious advances he interprets as teasing. Again, there's a lot of ecchi and suggestive material, but Yanchagal's strong suit lies in its story. It follows a linear plot, and though the progression is mind-numbingly slow, the writing is really well done, and all the characters are likable. It's a really fun story about young romance, and if you're interested in romance or even slice of life, I'd heavily recommend it. Hokkaido Gals Are Super Adorable is criminally underrated. The story follows a city boy who, after moving to the cold countryside that is Hokkaido, meets a cast of colorful characters and learns all about his new home. One of the best things that this manga has going for it is its characters. The characters are quite a bit more mature than typically seen in Gyaru romances, and the male lead is a super nice, charming gentleman, but isn't clueless like most male leads, which is pretty refreshing to read. The female leads also aren't as shy, and some go out and confess within a few chapters of bonding with the male lead. The plot, much like Yancha Gal, is linear and progresses nicely. Time passes and the characters have to make decisions regarding family, education, etc. This manga also teaches a lot about traditions and practices in Hokkaido, and I actually learned quite a bit culturally from reading. It's also less ecchi than the others on the list, but there's still quite a bit of fan service. I'd say the genre for this specific manga is less in the comedy field, but more in the romance slice of life harem manga. It's not harem in a cringy way, but there are multiple female leads who like the male lead, so you and your imaginary Reddit friends can play the Who's Best Girl game. The art is fantastic, the characters and plot are excellent, and it's my personal favorite on this list. Lastly, the series everyone saw coming, the king of Gyaru manga, My Dress-Up Darling. Dress-Up Darling is about a young doll maker who feels a bit insecure about his hobby. By coincidence, he meets a girl who really wants to get into cosplay, but doesn't have the technical skills to create these intricate costumes that she dreams of. They bond with their unique hobbies and push each other to follow their dreams in one of the best romance manga I've read in the past couple of years. Dress-Up Darling is unique in that it has a deeper message. From the beginning, the story lies heavily on its theme of not being judgmental and pursuing what makes you happy. Pair that with phenomenal characters, a steady and enjoyable plot, beautiful art, and this. Dress-Up Darling is at the top of everyone's list. I'm sure all of you have at least heard of the anime, but I would definitely check out the manga because it's phenomenal. There's something about tan-skinned, white-haired baddies that just... There's something about tan-skinned, white-haired 2D baddies that just make life worth living. And as a big fan of rom-coms and assertive female leads, I feel at home longing for a woman's touch whilst reading some Gyaru romance manga. I hope I've at least convinced you to pick up one of these series. All of the manga I've mentioned will be in the description below, and until next time, drop a like, subscribe, and let me know what some of your favorite romance or Gyaru manga are.